Hey everybody, Suckers92 here with my pretty much end of the year, my top, whatever is my, well, it's not really top 10 list, but my favorite games of 2023. This year has been honestly a very good year for gaming. Physical releases, some pretty nice ones, and then it was kind of just an off year for anything that's not Nintendo, to be honest. PlayStation's had like nothing on this year that I really cared for, unless they bring back Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, or more Ratchet and Clank games that are actually focused on Ratchet and Clank and not the new Rift Apart, which is good, but it needs to be focused on Ratchet. But I think, though, in terms of PlayStation games, there's really been nothing exclusive that I like. Because I like the classic traditional characters. I don't care for God of War or racing games or hyper-realistic detail. I don't care about that kind of games. I want something that actually is good, fun, creative, and also doesn't push any agenda. So that's why I like Nintendo the best, because they do the best of that. They don't care about agendas, they don't care about nonsense, they just care about great games and great characters. That's why I like them the most. And PlayStation used to do that, but now they just don't. Because they don't care about that, they just care about pushing agendas, hyper-realistic visuals, when, to me, that just is dumb. If they wanted to actually create something creative, we would get Ratchet and Clank back, or classic, I guess not classic Ratchet and Clank, but at least a Ratchet and Clank game focused on Ratchet and Clank, not Rivet and that other robot character that was in the game. I have beaten it. It's a good game, it's fun, but I just don't care about the other character, I just care about Ratchet and Clank. It's Ratchet and Clank, not Rivet and whatever the other character's name is. But anyway, going off that small rant, because PlayStation used to have really good games, like Cooper, Jak and Daxter was not really my cup of tea, but I would be willing to give it a try if they would do like a remaster or remake. Sly Cooper needs to come back, but Sans Outer Games has to be the one to make the game, not Sucker Punch. I'm so glad that Sucker Punch does not own it anymore. But for what they did with Sly Cooper 1, 2, and 3, great. Afterwards, since they sold it to Sanzaru, I'm glad they did, because Sanzaru actually made a great fourth game. But hoping sometime, someday, they will make a good Sly Cooper game. Maybe even I would even take a Sly Cooper collection for the PlayStation 5 for a fully remastered collection. Remastered again 1, 2, and 3, but in 4K Ultra and also, 60 frames per second. Keeping the exact same art style, not changing anything of it, and also not changing the voice cast or references. Just keep it all in, kind of like what Sanzaru did for the collection on PS3. They did a phenomenal job at that. The only odd thing is that if they do remaster, they also should remaster Sly 4. Same game, same visual style, same everything, just upscale it to make it 4K, 60 frames per second, because that game was notorious for a slowdown. Great game, just has slowed down a lot, and they could fix the load times where it's literally non-existent. I'm pretty sure the PS5 can handle non-existent load times with the Sly Cooper collection if they did that for the PS5. And then maybe even a Ratchet and Clank game collection. Ooh, that'd be nice. But let's go back to the main topic at hand. Sorry if I went on a rant there, but PlayStation really needs to get back to the way they should be doing, focusing on families and also gaming, and not on agendas and nonsense. Same thing with you, Xbox. But honestly, though, this year for PlayStation was dumb. Same thing with Xbox, they had like nothing. Halo Infinite was a good game, flawed, but good. But it wasn't the 2023 release, it was a 2021? Yeah, I think it was like late 2021 release, if I'm correct on this. Yeah, it was 2021 release. Because I know in 2022 we had Sonic Frontiers. Anyways, for my favorite games list, I kind of have like just about 7 games here, so it's not like a top 7, top 10. It's just my favorite games, not in really any order. I'm just placing them as what I want. One of them, a couple of these are remasters and collections, so I count this as a physical either release that came out a following time after the original, or also just a re-release in general. Not re-release, it's just a remaster in general. But first hands, let's see, what should I do first? Earlier in the year, we got graced with Metroid Prime Remastered, even though it technically should be considered a remake. For the lengths that they put, they have new textures, new models, same gameplay and same, core designs, but they completely done a phenomenal job. I don't know, if I remember right, both Nintendo and I can't remember which other company, I think it was Retro Studios, if I'm correct on this, remastered this game. They need to do it with Metroid Prime 2 Echoes and Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. They really need to do that with this exact same visual style and control styles. But this game is phenomenal, and about $40, which isn't bad for what its length was. It's a really good price and for a great game. Oh, sorry. And then let's see. Then I'll go to, I guess in terms of order when they released, the Sonic Origins Plus collection. Now this collection was phenomenal. The original release I know was buggy and didn't have like the best features, but when they announced that they were releasing a physical release plus with additional features, including 12 Sega Game Gear games, that sold me instantly. And then also a physical release. I like physical releases. It has a sleeve, a really nice embossed sleeve. I did the unboxing for it. It has a reverse art, a booklet. That's all up my collection alley. I really like that kind of stuff, and it makes me excited that they actually did something to that degree. To just level. Because Sega's been really knocking it out of the park since 2017 with Sonic Mania. I personally like Forces. Team Sonic Racing's pretty good. Sonic Frontiers is phenomenal. But anyways, this collection, though, is really, really well done. They fixed some of the issues. They obviously can't get all the copyright issues for the music of Sonic 3 and Knuckles for obvious copyright annoyances that they truly can't handle because the people they're trying to get the rights to for the music will not give it up, which is kind of dumb. But Sonic Origins Plus, though, brings back my favorite mechanic from Sonic Mania, the drop dash mechanic, into Sonic's 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles and CD. Very great decision on their part, because drop dash mechanic is my favorite feature in Sonic Mania. It makes me speedrun the game so much more fun, and it's just a good collection. Mainly because of that feature with it, and then also the Game Gear also titles. You can also play as Amy Rose for the first time in the classic series. And I do like that they chose her classic design, that she's all feminine, which I really like that way of Amy. That's the Amy I know, and that's the one I prefer. But I really like this game collection. The booklet fell out, but this is a very, very great collection. I enjoy it. Drop the manual. Or not manual, the little collector's book. I'll put that in later. Let's see what else came after that. So next after that was... Oh no, it's technically... I don't know if you want to count this as a technical thing. So Pikmin 1 and 2 is I just got this for Christmas, and thank you again to my mom for that, for a Christmas present. Pikmin 1 and 2 remastered for Nintendo Switch from the GameCube is a phenomenal collection because it's like $50 and it comes with 1 and 2 fully remastered. Not really, it's just like upscale. It looks really great in HD. Pikmin 1 and 2 with a remake, though, with Pikmin 3 or 4's graphics. I prefer 3's visuals personally than 4's. 4's a great game, and visually it's amazing, but I do think 3 still looks the better art style. Pikmin 1 and 2 collection, though, phenomenal. I just kind of wish, though, they could have done a little better with the box art. It's not bad. It's just not my personal favorite. I think they could have done better with maybe the original GameCube cases or cover arts, or even have a reverse art of those kind of art styles, like, Pikmin 1 on one side and Pikmin 2 on the other, when it's reversed. But very great collection of classic games, remastered. Now they just, I need to technically go to the next game, because I'm not sure how much time I even have on my phone. This is going to be Pikmin 4, for Nintendo Switch, obviously. Most of my games on here are Switch games. Kind of can't help it when Nintendo's the only one who can really create great games this year. And PlayStation and Xbox need to get their game together, or act together. Pikmin 4. Phenomenal game. Pretty good story. Characters, though, probably the weakest in the Pikmin series, in my personal opinion. Pikmin 3 had Pikmin 1 and 2 have, Captain Olimar and Louie. Great characters. Definitely the best characters. I would always love to prefer to play as them. But as secondary characters go, Pikmin 3 had the best secondary characters, I think, with Olimar, Alf, Brittany, and Charlie. All three of them were great characters, and I really liked them. I really think they had great chemistry between each other, and then meeting up with Captain Olimar and Louie later was a great story. 4 had a good story, but I just didn't care for the designs for any of the characters, really, besides maybe 2 or 3 of them. But there's really good references, spoiler alert, in this game for the next 10 seconds. There's 3 captains you can rescue that look exactly like Alf, Brittany, and Charlie later in the game, and they're from Kopai, the same planet from, Pikmin 3. Well, not the planet, but they come from that planet. They're searching for food. But Pikmin 4, phenomenal game. Absolutely love it. It's so addicting. When I first tried the demo, I was hooked from the start. And I knew it was going to be a great game because I liked Pikmin 1, 2, and 3. And I really liked 3. And then Pikmin 4, though, really got me rehooked back into Pikmin again. And, I'm kind of a Pikmin obsessed now. More so than I ever have been in my life, to be honest. I've been a big Pikmin fan since, 2011, 2012. But Pikmin 3 got me hooked onto it a lot, and then Pikmin 4's announcement got me really hyped up again. The demo came out, and I got hooked on it. The game itself came out, I got hooked on that. Phenomenal game, good story, good. I do like the dog. Why can't I remember? Rescue Pup. Yeah, Ochi. Duh. Ochi, the rescue pup, is a great character. Probably one of my favorite characters in the game, besides the scientist. I'd say the lead captain's okay, I guess. And then there's the one that looks like a puppet with he has a bigger guy with red cheeks. I forgot his name offhand. Haven't played this in a little bit because I've been hooked on to a different game. I'm going to be on this list here in a second. But Pikmin 4, phenomenal game. Can't say much more about it without going overboard because it's so much fun, so good. The only thing I don't like, besides some of the character designs and I guess some of the characteristics weren't my favorite, were some of the stuff about the characters' designs. I just don't like a lot of them. I think maybe, like I said, 2 or 3. But also, I don't care for character customization. Never have in any kind of game. I don't like it. I like the pre-made characters for me. I want to pretend I'm them. I don't want myself inserted in the game. I just want me to pretend I'm this character. That's how I've always been in games, and that's how I've always preferred. That's why I don't like customized characters, besides that can lead to other agenda things I don't like. So that's why I think Pikmin 4 is phenomenal, but it's not perfect. I think 1, 2, and 3 did a better job with the main characters that you can play as, I think, personally. But phenomenal game, besides the issues I have with it. And then we'll do Sonic Superstars. Sonic Superstars, a phenomenal game. Man, is this game good. Has a great reverse art. Multiplayer, and I've actually tried it with both my niece and one of my cousins, and man, the gameplay on this is so good. I don't think I played with my cousins. Why did I? Oh no, I let my cousin play it. She loved it, but my niece, she and I played it, and she and I both because I just got a second controller for my PS5. Phenomenal game, great visuals, phenomenal music. Man, the second level's the first level of the second world is definitely my favorite tune of the game. It's definitely the music from the first and second level from the first world too. But man, this game's amazing. I got Super Sonic already. It's fairly easy to get it. It's not as fun in terms of the bonus stages, I guess, as in Sonic Mania, but it's still very interesting to how they do it. But the visual style is great. The gameplay is phenomenal. The music's great. Not much to say else besides I love this game. And I mean, absolutely love it. If they could do more games like this, I'd be happy. Same thing with the only issues I guess I have with it, they should have made that DLC free, not paid. For heaven's sakes, they're doing free updates for Sonic Frontiers with a lot of extra features and stuff like that, including aesthetics, but for free. So I'm like, I don't understand why they can't do that again for this. I don't know. Nitpicks. I gotta have them because I'm not exactly rich. So some of these I bought and some of these were gifts. Speaking of gifts, no, that's actually last. So my next game up is probably, if I had to guess my top favorite, might be this game. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is possibly one of the best 2D Mario games, if not the best 2D Mario game probably ever. And that's saying a lot from me because I love Super Mario Bros. Super Mario World and Super Mario Bros. 3. The new Super Mario Bros. Games are great, they just aren't perfect games. They are good, great music, good, well, I'd say good music. I'm going to say great in new Super Mario Bros. Because they reuse a lot. But the new Super Mario Bros. Games are great. They're just good. They're just good games. They're not like phenomenal. This kind of went wacky and crazy, just like how I would always want in a Mario game, kind of like how it was in Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World. They went wacky and they had fun. And that's what this game felt like. The only issue is obviously the voice actor of Charles Martinet is retired. So the new voice actors they have for Mario and Luigi are decent. They sound similar, but you can definitely tell it's not the original voice actor. it's a little bit off-putting, but it's probably the only major nitpick I have with it. Besides that, it's a phenomenal game. I think the only characters they should add into this, though, are Wario and Waluigi. They're classic characters that need to get into a main 2D Mario game. And I think Wario and Waluigi deserve a spot as the main cast in this game. If they have Nabbit and Yoshi and Toad and Toadette, they could easily, and even Daisy, they could even do Wario and Waluigi. But Super Mario Bros. Wonder, phenomenal game, great references everywhere. The animations are amazing, the music's amazing, like I said, it just needs more levels and more characters. Only issue I guess I really have with it besides the voices, because I just don't want it to end. And then I guess my most recent game in my collection right now is a remake as well. In terms of, I guess, well, remakes and remasters that are in this set. Super Mario RPG is a phenomenal remake. I've been really hooked on it already. I've only had this for literally about 5 days, but I've had the original on my Super Nintendo Classic Edition for years, but I never really touched it until about a month ago, and I got hooked on it, and it's amazing. So when I found out and since I knew about the remake was coming out, I really wanted to get this, and this was also a gift from my mom for Christmas. And I kind of purposely tried not to get money to get this game, so that way since she wanted me to get something for Christmas, I told her to get me this. And she did, and absolutely thank her for it, because this game is amazing. The visuals are great, the music is great, the gameplay is super, super amazing. I'd say it's obviously it's an RPG, so it's similar to like Pokemon to me, but I'd say it's more time-based. So it definitely has a similar feel, and this is before, obviously, Paper Mario and the Mario and Luigi games, but those are the ones I played more often growing up, and definitely played first, before the original RPG. Because the first one came out when I was like maybe about 3 or 4 years old, and I didn't really get into RPGs until Pokemon and also Paper Mario on the N64. But this game is absolutely phenomenal. I do like it. Now I understand why people like that Geno character a lot more than what I was expecting, because I didn't think he was going to be that great of a character, because I've heard so much about him. But I do like the character Geno, but I'm also a big Mario fan, so I like Mario himself in this game. But so much good stuff to say about this game. The box art's creative if you think about the references it actually is. But that's pretty much it for my list. Whew. Had a lot to say because I have been honestly very busy playing a lot of these great games this year. Tell me in the comments below what you guys and girls think about this video. What do you think of the recent games that came out this year? What are your favorites? I personally liked Nintendo's games the best, and Sega, because they have done out of the park with this year with the games. Honestly, like I said, most of this on our Nintendo Switch. I got 2 PS5 games because they're Sonic, and I wanted more on my PS5 since PlayStation hasn't done anything good for their console on the PS5 yet besides Ratchet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See you next time, and God bless.